Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
The film centers on a middle-aged man who wanders from his home one morning in search of his lost cat, unaware that this seemingly insignificant deviation from his morning routine will change his life forever. When he stumbles upon a murder scene, our protagonist becomes embroiled in the search for the killer. Seemingly compelled by the tortured soul of the victim, a young girl who latches onto the hapless middle-aged man, using him as a vessel to enact her revenge from beyond the grave. The dialogue in the film is kept to a bare minimum. The few utterances spoken by our protagonist serve only to punctuate the unrelentingly bleak proceedings with moments of dark humor.
Murder.
This film is a testament to what can be done on an ultra-low budget, as the production quality only adds to the somber and oftentimes unsettling feeling that writer-director J.T. Petty was clearly trying to invoke. It feels right at home alongside a lot of the supernatural horror films coming out of Japan during this era, such as Ring-Yu or The Grudge. It's an inventive little ghost story that punches above its weight but ultimately delivers. And it's free to watch on YouTube. I'll post a link in the description. Definitely check this one out. If you thought the last film was dark, just wait until you see Threads. The film is an ultra-realistic depiction of nuclear annihilation.
Come on!
While the opening scenes of the film sufficiently illustrate the horrors of perishing in a blast of nuclear hellfire, the majority of the film focuses on those unfortunate enough to survive the impact, and the slow, agonizing death by radiation poisoning that ensues. It's a staggering look at how such a cataclysmic event would affect humankind for generations to come. The documentary-style approach, combined with frenetic editing, combine together to catapult the viewer into an apocalyptic nightmare. Toma is responsible for some of the most subversive and shocking content produced in the last 40 years, but this film tops them all. While most Toma films contain an element of humor to take the edge off of the more disturbing scenes, this film has none of that. It's full of truly gory and shocking moments that you'd expect from a Toma film, but it's all played completely straight. But more than that, it's got a solid story and it's genuinely well paced. All of these elements combine to make an enjoyable, albeit disturbing, cult classic.
Now.
And I think we can all agree that there's nothing creepier than creepy little kids.
From Toma, of course.
The story centers on an assassin, desperate to provide for his family, who comes out of retirement to accept a job from a mysterious organization. But he and his partner quickly realize that this particular job may be above their pay grade. Now, I don't want to give too much away for this one. It's got some truly amazing twists and turns, and the ending packs a serious punch. If you haven't seen this one, get on it. It's a modern-day classic, and a hell of a fun ride. It will definitely leave you feeling disturbed. This film is an unflinching character study focused on the life and crimes of one of America's most notorious serial killers, Henry Lee Lucas. Prolific character actor Michael Rooker delivers a very layered performance as Henry. This, along with the cinema verite style of filmmaking employed by director John McNaughton, combine to bring us something truly unique that rises above the run-of-the-mill horror films of the 1980s. This style of shooting also serves to make the audience feel almost complicit in Henry's crimes.
Did you really kill your mama?
What?
Did you really kill your mama?
I guess I did.
She must have treated you real bad.
She was a whore. You used to dance naked?
Sure, all the time around the house.
Otis,
Best little naked dancer you ever saw.
you never.
You telling me you never killed anybody before?
I ain't saying that.
Open your eyes, Otis. Look at the world. It's either you or them. You know what I mean. Don't do that, Otis. She's your sister.
I feel like I know you. Like I've known you for a long time. I feel like I've known you forever and ever.
It's like the blood droppings from a deer you shot. And all they gotta do is follow those droppings, and pretty soon they're gonna find that deer.
I ain't interrupting it, man.
What are you doing?
I want to see it again.
Trust me when I tell you that you're going to feel like taking a shower when this one's over. Grab your glasses, because you're going to be reading subtitles for this one. Der Fan is an engrossing and stylish tale of madness and obsession. It centers on a young woman who develops an extremely unnerving infatuation with a German pop star. It's a bit of a slow burn, but it pays off with a shocking climax that will leave you feeling queasy. It's free on YouTube, and I highly recommend checking it out. Plus, it's got a killer soundtrack. Admittedly, this film is a mess, but it's a beautiful mess. The cinematography is breathtaking, and at once, genuinely haunting. Every shot has the look of a classic impressionistic painting, with a slowly encroaching darkness that looms just outside of every frame. There's a lot of plot getting in the way of the story with this one, but the writer manages to pull off some truly impressive world building, creating a rich, grim fairy tale-esque mythology around this isolated, close-knit community where danger takes many forms, both human and otherwise. The story is told through the eyes of a young boy, who, along with the viewer, tries to make sense of the madness that unfolds around him.
Any vampires around these parts, Pa?
Wouldn't be at all surprised.
Tell me, how old do you think I am?
50.
Oh, no, I'm older than that. I'm 200 years old.
Skin got all silver, shiny. It's like a mirror. You can see your face in it.
sister. I love her. Understand? I love her.
Poor Seth. It's all so horrible, isn't it? The nightmare of childhood.
This one is also free on good old YouTube.
I'm looking for a place where the dogs don't bite, children don't cry, and everything always goes just right, and brothers don't fight. Maybe it's just over that hill, maybe it ain't. Maybe there's gold at the end of this rainbow, and maybe it's just pain. Maybe it's just over that hill up ahead, maybe it ain't.
Sonny Boy is in a league of its own. There's truly no other film like it. Much like The Reflecting Skin, it takes a fairy tale approach to tell a very dark and human story about abuse and self-worth. It features a cavalcade of amazing character actors, including Paul L. Smith, David Carradine, and Brad Dourif, who once described this film as the world's first heavy metal fairy tale. I would personally describe it as more of a trailer trash fable. But one thing's for sure, it's an undersung masterpiece. It's disgusting, disturbing, beautiful, and heartbreaking all at the same time. Truly one of a kind.
And maybe it ain't, and maybe it ain't, and maybe it ain't, and maybe it ain't.
Session 9 is a grim and atmospheric story that harkens back to the slow burn horror films of the 1970s, such as Don't Look Now. It centers on an asbestos removal crew, tasked with clearing out an abandoned insane asylum. With the pressure of an impossible time frame looming over them, the workers toil desperately in order to get their bonus. This, combined with the pressures of their personal lives, causes the men to unravel. One by one, the men turn on each other as a sinister presence that dwells within the walls of the seemingly abandoned insane asylum presents itself.
Figured that with these new techniques they designed, they could release hidden memories.
You can hear me.
You okay?
I want to go home. I wouldn't tell anybody about this. If they find out about Hank, they're going to find out about the others. What are the others?
I want to come home. I am so sorry.
The ending of this one will stick with you long after it's over.
Hello, Gordon.
For this one, it's best to go in completely blind and just enjoy the ride. And believe me when I tell you, it is one hell of a ride. If there's one word I would use to describe this film, it would be uncompromising. I mean, I have to commend the balls it took to go with such a polarizing ending. You'll know what I'm talking about after you watch it. I couldn't imagine a studio movie getting away with it today. It's currently streaming on ScreenPix. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did.
Hello?
We must have been meant to be together. It's too bad you have to work tonight.
Only till midnight.
Fate is a funny thing.
Take a nap, because you're going to need all your energy tonight.
It was one of those strange nights.
Finally meet the right girl and you blow it.
That could ruin your whole day. In a big way.
Dad, it's happening.
This is really it. This is the big one.
This is a joke, right?
It's really happening.
This can't be true.
We'll all be dead if we don't get out of here.
Nobody believes this, do they? Not me. Not Spongy.
Make a list for me. People who would want to bring along.
We gotta get Julie. Who's Julie?
Harry Belafonte.
Who are you? Who are you?
Stop and let me off.
I don't stop for nothing. Jump!
Don't hurt me, man. I got Nakamichi Pioneer. I got everything. If it doesn't happen, I'll pay you. If what doesn't happen, man?
I'm dreaming. That's it, I'm dreaming.
Y'all ready to go? You the pilot?
Hey! Hey, do you know anybody who can
Fly helicopter. Helicopter pilots.
All the helicopter pilot bars are closed.
What's the problem? It's true.
Love can be exciting,
trust me with this?
even terrifying,
Julie!
I love you.
but nothing could prepare you for an experience like this.
What is the truth, Harry?
Miracle Mile.
Listen, I'm just a guy who picked up the phone.
I had a lot of fun compiling this list. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. See you next time.